Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
When you last left them, our boys were still imprisoned, and their Kroot friends, Stabums and Rub were on the case. After identifying a suspicious crew member coated in mysterious teleportation residue, they were ambushed by 6 of his friends. Not only that, but it appears the Guybrushes had been kidnapped by these nefarious individuals as well. With such dangerous odds before them, will these Kroot live up to their murderous reputation? Let's find out.
Wakey, Daniel.
Oh, sorry. I think I had a weird audio malfunction. I've been having some problems with that lately.
Danielle, you have to get that checked out. But listen, we cannot lose our focus. We are about to enter a bit of a melee.
Yeah, melee. Very fancy sounding. Jay and Andrew should just call them fights. So there's 6 armed people in there who want us dead. And there's
6 delicious morsels.
Yes, quite the treat.
Okay, because I was going to say there's 2 of you and 1 of me who doesn't really do much in the fights, but if you guys are feeling confident, like, that's good.
You're telling me, Danielle, that Jay and Andrew did not equip you with any weapons? No knives, no guns, nothing of utility.
Yeah, that's like a chemical spray, right?
Yes, I have this fire extinguisher, but that's
a fire extinguisher? What is it useful for other than put out fires? Are they running into many fiery areas?
You know, it's come in handy more often than you might think, to be perfectly honest.
All right, I trust you for that.
Interesting.
While we're talking, I'm going to spend a point of ruin, and they are going to attack first.
That is no good.
Ouch.
So, what's going to happen is there is... the way it is working is there is one sort of mob of 5 of them, and then there's 1 leader. That's how we are treating this combat. So 1 mob of 5 and 1 leader.
Gotcha.
So the first, and the mob of 5 is going to go first, then you guys are going to go, and then back and forth. So that mob is going to, they have pulled out las guns, and they all fire wildly at the one who just ate their friend. The bigger target.
Sorry for you, Rub.
Ouch.
They are dog lovers. They do not want to shoot the dog.
They can't hurt me. Look at all of my rippling muscles.
Very strong. I stand behind you.
Stabums, why are you always such a coward?
No, I'm clever. There is a difference, I promise you.
Okay, so they are going to shoot at you, Rub. Okay, what's your defense?
My defense is 3, Daniel.
Okay, well, they got a 4. So you are going to get hit.
Use your muscles, reflect!
I will flex.
Okay.
Oh, wait, to get more defense for flexing?
No, that's not a mechanic in this.
I don't know. This mechanic right here says amazing flex. Defense of a 10. My goodness.
You're just writing stuff on that sheet right now.
No, you can't prove that.
Look, it's shiny muscle. It reflects light waves.
Okay. You're going to take 8 damage as just a sea of lasers flies towards you.
I have exactly 8 resilience.
So you're shocked. You
take a point of shock.
So I take 1 point of shock, but no actual damage.
But really, this shock is on them, for they did not expect you to repel such an attack.
It was the muscle flex. I mean, we both know it.
They didn't have any 6s to push. Their guns do more on 6 pushes, but they didn't get any.
So basically, you just flex and like the lasers just bounce off of you.
And then they see me unflex and go, ooh. But it's in Kroot language, so it confuses them even further.
It's just a loud clicking sound.
Yeah. It's like some kind of bird whistle, probably.
But they hear that, and then they hear you say ooh through Daniel's Vox system.
I guess.
We've made this whole translation situation very clear.
I mean, we're definitely not on, personal mics there, Daniel. You're definitely just projecting this.
We're not really big on subtlety around here, I guess.
Definitely.
It was their first mistake attacking Rub and his large muscles. They will pay for this with their lives.
He was easy to hit, though.
What are you trying to say, Daniel?
You're a bigger target is all I'm trying to say. By the way, which one of you is going to go now?
I think it is only fair that the one that is flexing and repelled such a dangerous attack must go first.
The question is, do I attack them in combat or do I come at them at range?
I leave that to you, Rub Rub.
I'm gonna get in close, and I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna use my Kroot knife.
Yeah.
All right. So what is my weapon skill? Oh, there it is.
What, you don't know all the stats on this character you've never been in combat with before?
I do not, in fact.
I'm looking at my stats for my Kroot knife, and it is quite dangerous. Look at it. 3 damage plus 2 dice.
But remember, it adds your strength as well.
That is correct. And it does have an AP of 1. Not bad.
All right, here we go. What is their defense, Daniel?
Who are you attacking?
I'm attacking the horde, of course.
Okay. They have a defense of... No, that's not it. They have a defense of 3.
Well, the excellent news is not only do I hit, but I also get to push 2 6s.
You always love to push.
Well, only one actually went through, but that does mean my damage is 11 pen 1.
All right. You are going to kill one of them.
Tasty morsels.
How do you kill him, Rub Rub?
Oh, I stab him first in the stomach and then look him straight in the eyes and then pull it up slowly as he watches the blade.
Dark. So dark.
I thought we were having a good time. Now I'm doing it.
What is happening? The translator.
Daniel, something's happening with your servos.
I thought we were... the tone changed wildly there, but that's okay. That's okay.
Typically I'm the one absorbing others, but I see, Danielle, you are absorbing me as well.
Yes, I guess so.
Remember, Daniel, these people are just food to us, like livestock.
The one who seems to be in charge charges towards you and uses an all-out attack against you.
His first mistake.
And the all-out attack, they actually get a bonus when they're doing all-out attacks.
They get to
well.
roll 2 extra dice, but
Yeah,
they
exactly.
also get 2 extra dice against them.
Yes, and they do additional damage as well because of a trait that they have. They have the killer instinct.
Oh.
Yes. So they have a incredibly sharp-looking blade, a mono blade, that they're attacking you with.
Single blade. The most dangerous of blades.
I suppose that's one way to describe a mono blade, I believe.
So just a big knife, you might say.
I mean, I guess a sword is just a big knife.
That is correct. That is how we say it in Kroot. We say you have a very big knife or a small knife.
That is not a knife. This is a knife. Never mind.
This is a bigger knife.
Okay.
They are 2 different things.
It's so big we call it mono knife.
You only need one.
I'm assuming he's attacking me.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
I flex my muscles again.
His friend is going to attack you with Uno knife.
What's your defense again?
My defense is 3.
Okay. Just to let you know, this doesn't look good. That's a hit, and they can push 3 6s.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Okay, you take 10 damage, armor piercing 1.
Okay, that's not the greatest. Take 3 damage. I'm going to attempt to soak.
Okay.
I managed to soak 2, so I take 1 damage.
Not so bad.
And then also the shock as well.
Yeah, a total of 3 shock. So
Well, 4 shock. Oh no, you absorb 2, so
2.
then it's 3. Yeah.
Yes, plus 1, so 3. So I'm down to 2 shock.
Well, you also had the 1 shock from the very first.
I
hit.
am aware.
Okay.
So I'm down to 2 shock.
What is funny is I assume that he stabbed into you and then tried to do the same thing, going upwards, but then got caught on your muscles.
Caught in the abs, you might say.
It's like, this was a lot harder than it looked when
I
he
mean,
did it.
you guys are wearing a little bit of armor, but
And then he looks at me, and I look him in the eyes and I say, "Ooh," as I unflex, and it confuses him further.
die for the mule.
the mule. Very interesting. Clearly there's some leader who goes by the name of Mule? An animal, I guess, of some kind.
I mean, I'm assuming so, but stab him. So you might want to, do your namesake here.
Ah, of course. I will stab him with bullets. And,
Yeah, we probably should have looked at your stats before we decided what your names were.
Living up to his name.
Listen, my name is Stabums. I don't know how you translate it on your end, but it perfectly aligns with the way that I fight, which is long range with my rifle.
Of
That's
course.
exactly right.
And because Stabum's strength is not great, he's going to use his Kroot rifle, which is better than running up there with his Kroot knife with very low strength. So there is obviously a difficulty here because I'm firing at ranged and Rub is in melee.
Yes.
But are you firing at the mob or the single guy?
I mean, the mob is doing some damage to you. So
No, the bomb did no damage to me. The single guy just dealt 2 damage.
was the single guy the one that attacked him?
Well, both have attacked him. The mob did 0 damage, 1 shock. And then the single guy stabbed him with the blade.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole thing.
No. Stabums is going for the single guy. So I am shooting into melee. There is some complications with that since this isn't like a melee gun.
Yeah, so if you're firing into melee, but you're not in the melee yourself, the only real difficulty is if you roll a 1 on your wrath die, the shot goes wild and it could hit your friend.
Oh, I never roll any ones. Right, Andrew?
You rolled so many 1s last time.
I am such a sharpshooter. No worries, Rub.
But you will get, he will have a -2 to his defense because he did an all-out
Right,
attack.
he is easier to hit because this guy's going all out trying to stab Rub over here.
That will be his final mistake. Here we go.
So defense is only 2.
Ooh, not bad. I've got 9 dice. Here we go. You'll be happy to know I did not roll a 1 on my wrath die. That was the first thing I looked for. I did pass. And I did, unfortunately, only get 1 6. But fortunately, it was on my wrath die!
Okay.
Critical hit.
Why do I even have difficult encounters if you just crit my bosses? Okay, okay.
Daniel,
Listen.
you know this person?
Listen,
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Jay's dice are very swingy. There is there is in fact an increased chance of rolling a 1 on a wrath
It's
die.
only, when I roll a 6-sided die, it's only a 50-50. 1s or 6s, that's all I get.
My knowledge of probability disagrees, but the evidence in front of my eyes
Yes, I
seems
mean-
to indicate something else.
When all of the elements of possibility are ruled out, only the impossible remain, Daniel.
Roll 2 d6s. Tell me what you get.
Here we go. The red will be the larger. Like the hole in his head. 41.
Vicious counterstrike. The fury of this blow causes horrific pain, disintegrating pieces of the foe's body in a scene of carnage and woe. They suffer 1d3 mortal wounds.
Let me do that for you, Daniel. It's only 1.
Oh, okay. Well, they suffer an extra mortal wound.
That is totally fine because I'm going to now do my damage. It is 10 plus 1 damage die. Also, this weapon is brutal and rapid fire 2. Does rapid fire 2 do anything that I forgot? That is right, Danielle. You must go into your databanks and tell me what my favorite rifle does.
A rapid fire weapon means it does bonus damage, bonus die of damage equal to its rating at close range.
Well, my range is 40. I'm pretty sure we're within 20 meters.
You are within 20 meters.
So that means if it's rapid fire 2, does that mean I get 2 extra die?
2 extra damage dice. Yes.
Perfect. And then brutal
means you get an extra damage dice for each damage
for
die.
each damage die?
No.
That's what brutal is. It's on my brutal is my weapon.
No, you add 1 to the result for each damage die. So you score hits on threes.
3s and then 5s are 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know that we've done brutal correct this entire time. And we're just refreshing ourselves. Of course! My reliable weapon that I've used always. It gives me 2 extra damage die. And, 3s are good. Here we go. I rolled 1 and a 2. Didn't matter, but I did roll a 6. So that's going to be 12 damage. No AP.
Okay. And the one, okay. They are going to soak.
No.
And they have uncanny reflexes, which means that they can soak mortal wounds.
So the single guy is soaking?
The single guy is soaking, yes.
He's soaking my mortal wound, but I wounded him so dangerously. I'm pretty sure something was said about disintegration.
Yeah, but they're also so fast that maybe they could avoid it.
He's so lithe, he can dodge disintegration.
You said that wrong. It's definitely Leith.
Oh, you've been talking to Jay and Andrew again? Listen, I am the wordsmith of this group. I know for sure it is lithe. They have been getting it wrong this entire time.
No, I don't know much about words.
Okay, so they soak 4 damage. So
That's a lot of soak.
yeah. Well, they have a soak of 5, and they rolled extremely well. So that's going to cost them 5 shock. How much damage had you done?
That was a total of 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool.
Ah, this is not going the way I thought it would.
So top of the round, right?
Yeah. So now the mob is going to fall upon you with the blades on the end of their las rifles. They're bayonets.
But they're not mono blades, so we know they're less good.
Exactly. They are just regular blades.
Not an oversized blade. Big knife, also known as a mono blade.
Look, take it up with the fucking Games Workshop.
The Imperium?
Yeah, the Imperium. I don't know what Games Workshop
What
is.
is
Never
this
mind.
workshop you speak of, Danielle?
Sorry, I just want to go play some games in my workshop.
Wait a second, are you that Skull Online? I play esports.
Oh, you do?
No, I do not. I ate someone that played esports, though. And they really seem to enjoy it.
Okay.
Defense 3.
Defense 3? Okay. They got, they hit you. They're not able to push anything, but they hit you.
Your muscles, the resilience is too strong.
The flex is delicious.
Okay, you are going to take 8 damage.
Again, exactly my defense, so
Oh,
one
I
shot.
feel like I should mention armor piercing 1.
Dang.
Oh no, 1 damage slips through.
Let's try to do some more soak. I do manage to soak, but I am completely out of shock now.
That is quite shocking. Ah, good joke, right?
I'm going to attack back now. 'Cause I can
Yeah, no, that's how it works. It's your turn.
All right, I'm going to do an all-out attack.
We're both going all out here.
Oh, do I attack the single guy or the mob?
Do what you like, Rub Rub. Lead with your nose, wherever it goes.
So the thing is with the mob, if you get 3 over their defense, you hit a second target. Every 3 you get over their defense, you hit a second target. Or a third target. Or if you get 6 over, you hit 3 targets.
It's kind of like you stand them all in a row and just like punch them all across.
Yeah.
You, stand right here.
No, I'm gonna attack the single guy because he's still in the process of an all-out attack until the beginning of his turn, which means he'll still have a -2 to his defense.
This is accurate.
So I'm gonna do.
He's still flailing.
He's still flailing.
He's still a little stuck in you.
He's flailing. I'm flexing. That was a really bad roll. I'm gonna use one of my wrath and reroll that.
Remember his defenses too.
Yeah, but it was like so low. So many dice and so low that like I want to push some 6s. Like,
Ah,
geez.
that is fair.
All right, that's better. So I do hit because his defense is 2, correct?
Yes.
And I'm able to push 2 6s. 11, pen 1 again.
Okay. They're going to try to soak that with their remaining shock. They soak 2 of it. And they're out of shock. So it was...
Did any of the rest go through? It was 11, pen 1.
11 pen 1. Okay.
And you said they soaked 2.
Yeah, so he's going to take 2 damage.
Okay. How's he looking?
You know, almost dead. Like, about to die, but not quite there yet.
Dang.
He's almost there.
Gonna
Like,
have to eat a big...
one more hit probably kills him.
Gonna have to eat a big people sandwich after this.
Danielle, your analysis is so spot on. How do you know these things?
Medical scanners.
Ah, makes sense.
That tracks.
Well, now the very wounded person is going to say, "No, I die for the mule. I will save this ship from you."
From me in particular, or like...
Yes, we just met you today. Do you have some sort of, I don't know, issue with us?
You and your masters. And they pull out a grenade, pull the pin, and throw it straight at the ground.
Oh no, that is not good. Grenades are no fun. They ruin all the food.
So they have used a flat frag grenade. The medium blast is going to kind of get everybody in this area.
Wait, even the Guybrush's?
They might get hit, yeah.
Oh no! These two people we have never met before!
Yeah. So it's gonna be 12 damage.
To everybody?
To everybody, yeah.
Oh boy.
Any pen?
No pen.
Well, I just have to take it. I'm down to 2.
That would be 5 damage going through to me, so I'm going to try to soak some of this.
Yeah.
That would be very bad. Here we go. Trying to dodge grenade. That was very good. I soaked 3 of it.
No, that's good.
So I only take 2, but I am down to 4 wounds.
I'm going to roll just generally for the Guybrush's, and we're going to see how it goes. Success, they're doing just fine.
Now remember, Man Brush's beard is very thick and would probably have additional soak.
It catches shrapnel for sure.
Oh wait, no, it's not very thick. It's very patchy.
Okay.
It's very thick relative to Guybrush.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like a forest
Yes.
comparatively.
They got hit pretty bad.
Oh no!
Sacre bleu!
But
They blew!
this a huge explosion just rocks this little hidden chamber. You're deafened for a moment. I'm not. I've got good ears. I got
My
robot-
extremely large dog ears do not appreciate such a sound.
and just the leader is just salsa now, and
I love salsa.
and the other soldiers are mostly all dead. And you see one of them that's still alive is stabbing themselves with a blade.
My goodness, I've never seen such dedication like this. It is very strange. And now we have metal in all of our food.
Well, I mean, think about it like this, Stabums. He's self-butchering. It, saves us some trouble.
Yes, but he is covered in shrapnel. I'm going to have to get in there and pull out all the different pieces. It gets in your beak. It is ridiculous.
I mean, you just regurgitate what you don't eat, you know?
I mean, we eat stones from time to time to help with digestion, but the shrapnel, it just doesn't work well with my stomach. I don't have your steel stomach, Rub.
Help us.
Oh, you are, that is right, Danielle, you said these are the Guybrush's?
Yes, these are friends of Jay and Andrew. This is Guybrush, and this is also Guybrush, but he's from a dark alternative future. Remember when we did that weird sort of time travel thing?
Yes, we kind of hung out on this ship. We typically don't like to get involved with this time travel things. Also, there was some delicious people walking around, so we had plenty to do.
Plenty of delicious people.
And so many more. Like, you can eat one, and they have a backup. It kind of worked out pretty well for us.
Well, you see that the older-looking one is unconscious and bleeding profusely, and the younger-looking one is holding onto their consciousness a little bit. The younger Guybrush, and is saying, "You gotta get us out of here. You gotta help us. It's bigger than it's big. It's big. It spreads over the whole friggin' ship. Maybe." You guys are going to need to, I don't know if you have any medical skill or if you need to find somebody who has medical skill on the ship.
I can certainly tell you we are very good at, working through the inner workings of humans, if that counts.
You may not know this, Stabums, but I took a course. I'm a qualified.
You got your certificate, Rub, you studied so long for that. Congratulations.
So I will attempt a Medicaid check on the one who's more injured.
Okay. The unconscious one?
The unconscious one.
Okay. The Man Brush, as he has become to be called.
Man Brush, I will save your life. I promise I won't eat you. So what's the difficulty of this?
We're going to say this is just, this is not following the normal rules, this is just a check. Difficulty 4.
That is a success, my friend. So he wakes up and he's got 1 wound remaining.
No.
He's just stabilized.
Yeah, we're doing the check a little bit differently here. Like I said, it's just a challenge. So he is not dying, but without any push 6s or a 6 on a wrath die or anything like that, he is still unconscious. But you have gotten him to the point where he is not he's not going to die right now.
Oh, that medical training, it paid off. Congratulations, you saved someone. I mean, very unusual for us. We typically tear them apart, but this is interesting, I guess.
All right, well, we better get out of here. I mean,
Yes, of course. Before we leave, though, I do want to sample the platter before we go, so I'm just going to take a moment here and just...
Wait, what about me?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, very sorry. Hold on. Yes, you must be famished. Let me hear. You can have one of these pieces if you like.
No, I'm good.
Oh, that is right. Humans, they don't eat each other. I completely forgot.
Like, would you eat another Kroot?
No, of course not. That is disgusting. Why would I do that?
sacrilege, my friend.
I'm very sorry. Don't worry. I will finish this piece for you. Oh, yes, there it is. There's the piece of shrapnel. Look at this thing. This is going to be all rolling down my digestive tract.
I love salsa, especially people salsa.
Okay, yes, we will save some of this for later. Put it in your bag. We've got to get these very injured men out of here.
All right, so I mean, I'm assuming as we're moving, I can do Medicaid checks on everybody.
You can do a Medicaid check. Yeah, we can do Medicaid checks in this little hole. Actually, Guybrush says, don't go out there. I don't know who you can trust.
Well, I guess that's fair. I mean, I didn't know who any of these people were, and they just tried to shoot at us. To be fair, we were threatening their friend.
Did we ever previously trust anyone on this ship?
Unless it's you and our other brothers. Not particularly. Although Jay and Andrew did pay us very well, so we are, trying to help them out.
Like them, though, like no one else, so like kind of same boat when we leave.
Everybody's kind of 50-50 at all times. They're either food or eventually food. So, you know, trust doesn't really play into it.
You guys have quite the culture.
Yes, it is very optimistic, as you can tell. We are always looking for next meal. But don't worry, you are not on the menu. You're also riddled with shrapnel. It's just upsetting. But we will get you out of here. What is your name? You are a Guybrush?
Guybrush Threepwood. I'm gonna be a mighty pirate.
A mighty pirate?
All right.
I do admire the pirate life, so you might make a great pirate one day.
So I'm gonna do a quick Medicaid check on him just to see if he's
exactly.
stabilized, and then I'm going to toss him on top of Stabham's shoulder.
What? But you're so much larger.
It passes.
Okay.
So, I toss him on your shoulder.
Oh, okay, all right. I carry him.
You carry him. I'll carry the injured one.
No, but where are we going?
Well, I guess we could go back to our camp, but, before we leave, there were, 6 nefarious individuals holding these men captive in here. Do you think that maybe they have some evidence lying around besides these delicious, sometimes metallic treats?
I mean, you're always better at that stuff than I am, Stabham.
Let me investigate a little.
So I take Guybrush off of his shoulder, and I'm just carrying both the humans.
Okay.
Yes, I can breathe. I can get my nose in the air. And here we go. Investigation check. What's the difficulty?
4.
All right. Classic. Again, I can only...
I'm telling
I
you.
can only roll 1s and 6s. It's a 1 on my raft die, but my God, what a success. I mean, that is insane. I can push 2 6s.
Okay, I'm just writing something down on this sheet of paper right here for that one, and we'll just...
Yes, where did you get that sheet of paper, Danielle? Put it down, I'm investigating.
Oh, no, I'm helping investigate.
He's taking notes, Stabhams, clearly.
Very strange that you have those tiny little ligaments to write on that very tiny notepad.
I was told they look cute.
Where does that notepad disappear to when you're done with it?
Inside my head.
That's odd.
Private place for sure, but tell me, Danielle, what do I find?
So this whole room seems to have been maybe some part of engineering purpose at some point, but it's been sealed over. It's not really used for anything. But this place is just full of weapons. There are just crates and crates of weapons that are just being stored in here.
Clearly more than just these 6 individuals.
It looks like there's enough weapons here to give to like maybe 100, 200 people. Like this is just like full of weapons in this little corridor. It looks like there's also there were some plans that were being laid out. Unfortunately, a lot of them have been wrecked by the grenade. There's some technology that you could look at. There's like a data pad that you could go through, but you would need to have a technological skill to go through that, because it's not something you just click on right now. Like, it's all damaged and stuff. So I don't know. I don't think either of you guys have much in terms of technical knowledge.
I am a practiced nurse, but I have no technical capability.
I can find my way around this ship and work a couple doodads here and there, but my technical expertise is certainly not very high.
Yeah.
It seems what is quite interesting here is this does validate some of the original thoughts of a conspiracy among the ship.
Yeah, there may be an actual insurrection happening.
And you can see that there have been people coming in and out of here. That is another thing that you've noticed. There have definitely been people coming in and out of here quite often. And you sort of realize, thinking about it, that, like, they must have been holding the Guybrush's here for a reason. Obviously they were holding them for a reason. Maybe you could talk to Guybrush a little bit more about that, but it seems like they were waiting for something or someone to come. But people have been coming in and out of here quite often. At least you recognize from your great, sort of sleuthing and whatnot, there's at least been 30 different people that have come into this area.
This place has quite the foot traffic, which means we may not be alone for much longer.
Should we set up the normal Kroot surprise?
Well, with these two injured men, and I'm not feeling too spry myself, it may be best that we make a hunter's retreat for now, and then re-engage later with more information.
All right, let's do it.
So, shall we stealth into the shadows?
Absolutely.
All right. If you want to make it through the ship back to, like, sort of the Kroot headquarters, as it were, just sort of the area where you've been staying, and not be noticed by potential members of the crew who might be in on a conspiracy or might not be in on a conspiracy, it's going to be difficulty 5.
Okay, well, thankfully, because of my ability, I give my rank bonus to all Kroot within 15 meters for stealth checks.
Excellent.
So
and
it's a +2.
Before we roll stealth checks, Daniel, can I use my cunning to assess kind of like these troops or like how they look, or even use your scanner?
Yes.
As we walk around to be like, these look like potentially people that could be involved. Like, use my cunning to find the best path back without being noticed.
Yeah, I think it honestly will be even more knowing which places there will not be people. You know what I mean? Like, just,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think you have a good enough idea of who is in on the conspiracy or not yet. But you do know areas where there are significantly less people, or at least your role would be for that.
That is true. It is hard to distinguish the nefariousness of snacks between other snacks.
Yeah.
All those people sandwiches.
Difficulty 4, cunning.
Okay. Well, luckily, Stavums has quite a high cunning. Here we go. All right. It's not a 1 or a 6. I know we were all thinking it. So neutral.
I was thinking that, yes.
But actually really good. You said the difficulty was a 4?
Yeah.
So I passed with 2 6s I can push.
All right. So I was going to give you +1. You push 2 6s. I'm going to give you +3 to your stealth check.
All right.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. So I think you're probably going to be fine on your stealth here.
I have not rolled yet.
So you said the difficulty is 5 for stealth.
Difficulty is 5, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I needed that extra 3 then.
Yeah.
I passed, and I can actually push a 6.
Okay.
All right, with that extra 3, I can roll 10 dice. Here we go. I just need a 5. Okay, neutral on the and I got exactly a 5. 3 4s and 1 6.
Okay.
So I pass as well.
So you make it quickly and stealthily through the ship. You see a couple of people around the edges, but most people give the Kroot a sort of wide berth, like they don't really want to get too close to you. And honestly, you have taken people before to eat. Like, that is just...
They want to... It's not that they just don't want to engage with us. They want to give us as much of a distance as possible.
Yeah, and they're not too... That's the thing. Them seeing you carrying 2 humans...
Right.
is like, oh, well, better them than me sort of situation.
They're like, oh, great, they're eating today. Okay, not me. All right.
Yeah, these guys should probably unionize. But...
Number 1 on the docket.
I mean,
not being able to be eaten by Kroot.
I mean, isn't that kind of what they're doing, Daniel?
it could be. It could be.
Unionizing. aggressively.
It's really the Kroot's fault, is why these guys are starting this revolution. Oh, boy.
Okay, you have made it back to the Kroot's lair, if you will. What have you done to this part of the ship? They gave you sort of a standard quarters, but that's not really the Kroot sort of thing. What do you think you've done to this area to make it more Krooty or make you
Well,
feel
of
more
course,
home?
we have the classic decor of as many plants as we can find to use as curtains.
Also, I mean, there's clearly trophies all over the wall.
Ah, yes, our favorite trophies. This one was Jeff. This one was Claire. This one was... Who was this one?
Pete. That was Pete.
Yes, Pete. Oh, and his other friend, Pete. Pete and Pete, of course. One of our favorites. Quite a good hunt that was. But, yes.
Was it a good hunt, or did you just grab these guys and
No, Pete and Pete actually ran.
Yes, they put up quite a fight.
I mean, they're friends with that really strong guy.
Yes, we do not mess with him. We do not mess with this strong guy. He's very too strong.
Strongest man in the world, or at least the world that he was from.
Ah, yes. This is very relevant. Many people are going to understand what we are talking about. The translator.
Only 39.90 will know.
39.90? So long ago.
Yeah, I guess 40.90, whatever. I guess it's 41 because 40. Never mind. Let's keep.
Yes, what is the date?
I think what you're trying to get to is 40,099.
That's what I meant. No, but whatever. Look, we've been traveling through the warp so long, I think my chronometer is getting messed up.
Ah, yes, and we should wrap this up soon. It is almost Nick at Night. They brought it back.
So you set down the guy brushes. Is there any sort of like comfortable place? Like I assume you guys.
The bone pile is very comfortable.
We have our hammocks, you know. We could put them on the hammocks.
Ah, yes, instead of the bone pile?
I mean, only you go on the bone pile.
But you can sink right into it. It's so comfortable.
He loves bones now. Like
mean,
you remember, he's a dog.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he does have also that pack on him full of broken glass. Very strange.
Now listen, just give me a moment. There is an itch I've got. I'm just going to rub my bottom on the ground just a few times. Just give me a minute. This is this actually feels very good. My goodness.
You should be.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right, I feel much better now.
You should be like me and carry a satchel filled with human salsa.
Wait, is that what that is? My goodness, it smells pretty good.
Hold on.
Are you eating all of it? Can I have some?
You can have a little bit.
Ah, yes, thank you very much. Ooh, that is not bad. Okay.
Is it okay? I mean, they kind of killed themselves. Are you like you didn't really hunt them? Like they blew themselves up.
I mean, you don't let good snacks go to waste.
Of course not, Daniel. We are not picky eaters.
Okay, I didn't know how much of this is an honor thing and how much of it is just a hunger.
Oh, it is
thing.
still very honorable. They honorably exploded themselves, and we honorably eat them.
He still shot them, and I still stabbed them deeply.
I mean, if you think about it, if we were not shooting and stabbing them, then they probably would not have exploded themselves.
All right. Well, I think we need to maybe take a break, like take a breather here now that we're out of this combat. Maybe talk to Guybrush a little bit, get this figured out. But
oh, Danielle, do you want to take a break? Oh, don't worry. You go sleepy time. I hit this little button for you.
No, that's not what I...
Oh, hello there. It is I, the Imperial Scribe, just jumping in here to remind you of our Patreon. You see, it's been well over a year since we've kicked it off, and with a new bonus adventure releasing every month, the Patreon is currently packed with over 12 hours of audio content, plus outtakes and GM notes from our favorite Servo skull. So, if you'd like to hear bonus misadventures of the boys, follow Kevin Kevinson on an exciting new adventure, or even catch what I assume is the first ever Grimdark Battle of the Bands, head on over to Patreon and check it out. Now with that out of the way, I'll switch you back to Daniel. Here we go.
All right, Daniel, I think I've got a handle on the right buttons.
Yeah, as we've discussed it, I'm glad you pushed my button.
Should I push this button, Daniel?
Oh, yeah.
Slower?
No, hard. Wait, no, we gotta focus. We gotta focus on what's
I
going
do
on.
not want to interrupt. It seems you are having a special moment. I can go back to rubbing my bottom on the floor. It's just fine. I mean,
it's not a big deal when the dog watches, right? Like, it's... I'm sorry.
I want to be clear, Daniel. That is not Kroot normal behavior.
It just feels so good.
It's making me uncomfortable, Stablums. Just saying.
Don't worry. I'm done. I've gotten rid of the itch. I promise. It's gone. You know, the itch. It's not there. Not if I think about it.
So what should we do now?
Well, now that we have the guy brushes back here, it looks like one is taking a little nap on the hammock. And
Oh, well, wait, real quick. Not for eating. All right, good.
Yes, we must establish and maybe get them out of here soon before Quillboy and the others return. But listen, man brush, correct?
No, I'm Guybrush.
Ah, yes. That was the other one, the one sleeping?
Yeah, I hope he makes it. I mean, it looks like you stabilized him a little bit. but
He
he's-
will make it, because I made sure he'll make it.
Okay, sure.
Well, Guybrush, listen. Now that you are back here, safe in our humble abode, you can look around. It is very cozy with the bones and the plants. But listen, we have been investigating, and it seems you might be investigating the same issue as well. You work with Jay and Andrew, correct?
Yeah, no, I had this treasure map that I was following on a very grand and elaborate adventure, and we were going to try to get to and we eventually got to the vault. We accessed the vault. We followed the map that we got there, and we were going to access the codes, but somebody was watching us, and they just were upon us. They grabbed us and put hoods over our heads and just dragged us into that chamber there. They're planning something. I don't know what. They're getting ready to make some sort of move soon. They said that they kept saying that we would understand, that we would be given enlightenments and see, but that the master hadn't come yet. I'm glad you guys came. I think the master was going to come. I don't know what that is, but maybe that makes you into a crazy person like them.
So interesting, Stabums. That means that Jay and Andrew may actually be telling the truth.
About this we've heard, this Magnifico character, correct?
Yeah, is he the mule?
Yes, Guybrush, does the mule mean anything to you?
No, I don't think I heard that. They were trying to make sure we didn't hear too much about what was going on. They just said that we would see very soon. The mule, I mean, Magnifico goes by the name the mule. That's a nickname. Where did you hear the mule? Were they talking about a mule?
Yes, they said it in the room before they set off the explosion.
Yeah, I die for the mule is pretty much exactly what they said.
Yes, that is what I heard as well.
Oh. Well, that sure does make it sound like Magnifico is messing with people's brains or something.
Now, we must, of course, observe all the possibilities. Does there happen to be any sentient mules on this ship that might be controlling people's minds?
Yeah, like your cattle, I think they call them.
Yes, just curious. Where might they keep said sentient mules or cattle? What part of the ship? Just curious for the investigation, of course.
I don't really know. I don't work in the mess hall. You could go talk to the guys in the mess hall. They might know.
Oh, the mess hall. We should go down there later. Find out where the cattle are.
Hold on, have some of the salsa in the meantime.
Oh, yes, very good. But anyway, we've...
But they were moving weapons in. They said that the only thing that they were saying, the thing that I caught was that they couldn't enlighten Jay and Andrew, so they had to take them down.
Enlighten Jay and Andrew? You mean that for some reason they were unaffected by their, maybe their cult-like language or their cult-like, I don't know, Cree?
Isn't that like Magnifico guy, like psychic or something?
Is he? You're saying he is affected by the warp?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's why I was like, not only he looks really weird, but I was like, doesn't that taint the meat?
It does. We should certainly not eat this man, Magnifico. But, so if he is playing with the warp and Jay and Andrew are unaffected by the warp, is there something special about them?
I don't know. I mean, one of them's, I think, so one of them's a space elf, right? Like, that's weird. An Eldari is what they like to be called these days.
Yes, the Eldari. But, wait, Jay is an Eldari? He doesn't... I've met many Eldari in my time. I guess he does look Eldari. Yes, he didn't seem very much like Eldari. What do you think, Rub?
I mean, we haven't met that many Eldari. Oh, I haven't. You have, but like, he's also very weird. I don't know.
Very strange indeed. But if he is Eldari, then maybe he does possess some sort of psychic defense?
Maybe, or maybe it only works on humans. I don't know.
But wait, isn't the Andrew guy like human?
Yes, he does look human.
He seems barely human these days, to be perfectly frank.
Because he is more machine now.
I think he's more machine now than man.
Interesting. So the machine and the possible psychic defense have kept them safe from this psychic intrusion.
Could be. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
I mean, I also just think that this whole idea of an insurrection and everything is weird and probably foolish, and maybe they're just not stupid.
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe they just didn't, when they call it, drink the Kool-Aid or something like that.
I mean, I think Jay and Andrew are... look, I say this as a friend of theirs. One of their only friends. They're pretty stupid. But they also don't like to follow orders super well, so I guess that also could be a reason they just didn't think they'd be able to join this weird conspiracy.
So maybe they are just passionate? We are passionate? Maybe they are just too passionate then.
I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. All I know is we got these codes, and then they grabbed us. So
what did the code say?
I don't know. I think this is... you'd have to give this back to Andrew, but he was hoping that this would be Magnifico's code to prove that Magnifico let them into the vault.
Interesting. We also have a datapad as well. I could not access it. You think Andrew, with his robot skills, could crack it?
Maybe. You'd have to give it to him. Is that... Oh, that thing looks real beat up, though.
Yes, it is quite shredded thanks to the shrapnel, but if Andrew can access it, this might be useful.
I mean, I wish somebody had recorded that guy saying, I die for the mule, because that would have helped.
Yes, that would be definitely positive.
I mean,
evidence.
I did get a recording of that.
Wait.
Oh, that is right, Danielle. You were recording all of this for evidence.
Yeah, that's why I'm hanging around with you guys.
Now listen, we are not, let's say, popular on this ship with some of our hunting activities. Is there any way to scrub out some of this stuff in there about the salsa in particular?
We could do that, but if they see that we're scrubbing information, that's not going to look good in terms of the evidence. They already think that we doctored footage and all that.
So we really need to make this investigation work, or we might possibly be hunted.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they did sign that waiver that we could eat some people. It's just, it would be nice to sometimes go down to different floors and people not scatter as soon as they see us.
I mean, I get why some of the people are upset. It's tricky on this ship. I mean, me, that's so weird still. We get some privileges because we know Jay and Andrew. They're on the command council, but it does kind of suck on this ship sometimes. No offense, but some people just get eaten by you, and that's part of the contract.
Wait. It just hit me. If this is a real insurrection and there's hundreds of them, we get to hunt them all down.
Ah, that is correct. This could be the opportunity to turn our brand around. Yes, and this is for the recording as well. We, the Kroot, are available for any dispensing of heretics aboard the ship. We will hunt them down and dispose of them for you. No charge. Oh, well, we might actually charge, but we will also enjoy it.
Well, no questions asked.
Ah, yes, definitely not. So, yes.
Oh, be careful, because no questions asked. Then you're just going to start saying, oh, that guy's totally a heretic, and then you're just going to, oh, you know what, that actually might be a good business for
Danielle,
you.
don't get ahead of what we're trying to do here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Listen, the menu was very broad, and you're trying to, shorten the menu a little bit. But yes, we will absolutely help out Harden and the rest of the crew. We are a team player, so we are big into hunting.
In for the cause, you might say.
Absolutely.
Not their cause, the captain's cause.
Of course, yes. And Captain Harden, if you're listening to this, we have always appreciated your accommodations and allowing us to skulk and hunt aboard your ship. We do enjoy it. So, I guess now we have a good amount of evidence. Shall we, I don't know, take this to Jay and Andrew? Possibly they put the pieces together?
I think that sounds brilliant, Stabums.
Yes, and then we get ready for any potential calls we might receive to do a little ship cleanup, as they say.
Our schedules are open, I think.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I guess it's been a pleasure working with you guys. It's been cool. I've not been floating around with Kroot before, and it's been great to work alongside you guys.
No, Danielle. The honor is all ours. And trust me, we know quite a bit about honor.
Oh, so you are about honor now. I thought you were just about eating. I'm kidding. I really don't get the Kroot. I need to talk with you guys more and figure
There's
this out.
quite a bit of honor in eating, is what I must say. But this type of honor we hold very highly among our people.
And it was very nice to have a non-edible companion for once. distractions.
Yes, it gave us quite a bit of focus. It usually is very distracting.
You mean like even when you're with the other Kroot, you want to eat the other Kroot?
No, not them. They are our brothers. But
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
the many humans aboard this ship. Even when we were working along Jay and Andrew, we very much respect them, would not eat them, but, distracting.
It is so weird that you guys are still on this ship. I'm gonna say this universe is so friggin' weird. I can understand why people are upset about you. No, it is great to work with you. I will take this evidence to Jay and Andrew. You can come with me if you want, or I could just relay all the information to them directly.
No, I'm going to stay here. I still have that lower itch that I really need to take care of.
I've got all this salsa still.
Yes, and we await to be properly utilized by the executive staff aboard this ship.
So do you want to leave the guy brushes here, or...
I'll take good care of them.
Yes, Guybrush and the unconscious one. You wish to stay?
As you guys aren't in on this mutiny thing, right?
Definitely not. No, not at all.
You could teach him some of your pirate ways, Stabums.
Oh, yes. I've
Wait,
been
you're
around...
a pirate?
Well, I myself am not a pirate, but I am very cunning, and I have had the privilege to work alongside many, many pirates. We've been hired out to many different groups. You've ever heard of the Drukhari?
Those are like the really evil ones, right?
Well,
Evil. I mean, for us at least, not necessarily the same thing as maybe what you might consider, but they do quite a few tricks on... have you ever used, what do they call it? It's made out of twine. Is it ropes?
Yes, oh, I know ropes.
I can teach you a few things.
Ooh, I mean, I'm pretty good at swinging. Do we have any ropes around here? Like, let's get started.
we've got the bone chandeliers.
Yes, we will attach the ropes, and we will teach you some tricks you have never seen before.
Wait,
Guybrush.
is that light source? That is a bone chandelier that is made out of bones.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
That's Quillboy's passion.
Oh.
Yes, you didn't think we got all these decorations from the market in the ship. No, Quillboy, he's very good with his hands.
He made his little bone bed there.
Okay. I'm feeling less safe now, but it's better to be here and than be around people who want to kill me or brainwash me.
Of course, optimistic as always, Guybrush. I really appreciate it. So, Danielle, we wish you the best. Elonzi, and we look forward to working with you again.
A pleasure.
Yeah, maybe we will work together again. Maybe.
What I'm trying to say is that in tic-tac-toe, there are only two symbols. There's only circles and there's X's. That's it.
Yeah, it's like ones and zeros. That's what I was saying. Why don't we just use ones and zeros?
Yeah, I get that, but circles is like a zero, and X's are like two ones stacked on top of each other.
I mean, a circle is in fact basically a zero, but why do we have to use X? I mean, X means 10. Don't you know Gothic?
What? But it's how this has always been played. X's and O's. You look. Okay,
I mean,
let's start
I think
over.
it's a little weird to add a third symbol, right? Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, Daniel. Hey, it's good to see you again, buddy.
Are you guys going crazy yet?
No, we've just
Has it been 4? It's been 4 hours we've talking about. We haven't even played the tic-tac-toe yet.
Yeah, I did cover the entire inside of the jail cell with potential tic-tac-toe boards, so it has limited our space to write things on the walls. I just figured we'd play a lot of games.
I mean, but you were very unclear about, the substitution of a 10, which is a 1-0, and, just a 1.
I still feel very strongly about that. Daniel, what's your opinion on this? X's and O's or ones and zeros?
What about 2s?
What? What is this?
This
Who
is-
are you guys?
This is 2, Daniel.
I don't know. For some reason, I've been thinking more and more about the number 2 in my programming. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of weird thoughts lately.
Daniel, you okay?
Yeah, no. Well, no, I was hanging out with the Kroot. Those guys are terrifying. I'm
Oh,
glad.
the Kroot?
Yeah.
Who are you hanging out with? Which ones?
Stabums and Rub.
Love Stabums and Rub.
Rub is huge, man. He intimidates me.
Very scary, but hopefully effective? What did they find? Wait a second, they didn't eat too many people, did they?
You know what? Depends. How do you define too many?
Wait, that's a good... More than 5?
Ooh, they killed like 7 people.
Wow, okay, well...
All right.
I mean, hopefully that's not all they did. Did they find anything?
Yeah, no, we got a couple of things. They went to the vault, and they found out it was a teleportation bomb, like the kind they used on Sephora Secundus.
Teleportation bomb.
Whoa, weird. That one that, put people into rocks and stuff.
Yeah, it shifted you a little bit of ways. It might have been a little bit different than the one that they used there, but it was similar tech, the kind of stuff that Serrated Quarry was using.
Wait, so like all the treasure just like went next door?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not even in the... I don't know. I don't know where it is.
Well,
But I mean, at least that means it's probably somewhere on the ship. Like, I don't think if Magnifico is behind this, which we're pretty sure he is, like... He probably
he definitely is. We'll get to that.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Oh,
All right, so as long as we have some evidence that ties Magnifico to this, I think we could be in good shape.
Yeah, we got a lot of evidence. A lot of evidence.
well, thankfully we have so much time to review.
Tons of time. No more tic-tac-toe. We can just spend all of these hours just going through the evidence.
Jay and Andrew, report to the courtroom. Your trial begins in 5 minutes. The Emperor protects.
Well,
Shit.
yeah.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It seems that Rub and Stabums have uncovered the evidence they need to free Jay and Andrew. But will it be enough to prove their innocence? Tune in next time to find out. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a Servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. And if you've enjoyed this episode, why not leave us a rating and review on iTunes? It would be most appreciated. You can check out other similar podcasts on partialarc.com. And if you're looking for another actual play podcast with plenty of humor and adventure, check out Friday Night Quests, a podcast much like Wrath and Story, but set in the fantastical and equally hilarious world of Dungeons and Dragons. There you may recognize the familiar voice of Jay Jones, and occasionally you'll hear Andrew and Daniel drop by the show as well, along with many more ridiculous and wonderful characters. Definitely check it out. Our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. Music in this episode was produced by Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. And if you have any questions for Daniel and the boys, send them an email at wrathandstory@gmail.com. That's with the "and" spelled out. We may even answer them on one of our next episodes, so stay tuned. Until next time, goodbye.